What's up, guys? My name's Slayer, and I have a very simple question. Let's say you got hacked, and the only thing you know how to do is boss, which happens. It does happen, and so I'm just wondering if you can get hacked and lose all your money, and maybe make 50 to 100k, even upwards of 4 mil. Can you jump right into bossing and start making money again? Or do you actually have to have good armor and everything like that? So that's what I'm going to find out with this series. We're going to start with simple bosses first. And of course, the most simple boss in the game is the giant mole. And with the giant mole, we are going to start with range, melee, range, rune crossbow. First melee is going to be D-Skimmy. Second melee is full Darox. Now, I am going to be doing all three of these methods for 3 hours apiece, because I want to know how well it actually does in the time frame. So, and then afterwards we will be doing an hour of each without a mole tracker. At first I am going to use the mole tracker for 3 hours, but I am going to do an hour of each without mole tracker at the end to see how much time you get without mole tracker. So let's hop right into it and see how this goes. Alright, boys, we are here for our first moles, the first 3 hours. So this is our setup for the range setup. And of course, someone is actually here. Let's try 365, I guess. There may or may not be someone here, I'm not for sure. Doesn't look like there is. So for our first setup, it's going to be range, and this is our full setup. Yeah, so we will be picking up everything it drops. We will be doing all the elite clues, everything. The elite clues I will pause the timer for. Other than that, let's get this started, and let's start this timer. Alright, guys, this is my first inventory almost done. As you can see, I still have a lot of prayer potions and stuff, but I did not bring enough stamina potions to do this whole inventory. I thought 2 stamina potions were going to be correct, but they are not. So 45 minutes and our first inventory is done. I'm going to go restock and start up on the second inventory. So far we have killed 22 moles. So let's go restock. This is where we're at. I am going to keep these 5 stackables in our inventory for the full 3 hours. So I'm going to go restock and start on this second round. So this is how our new inventory is going to look, and we're going to try this out and see how it works. So I'm going to be bringing 12 prayer pots, 2 range pots, 4 staminas. The rest of it is just items that multi-stack down there. And we're going to try these out and see if this way works better. It might, because the 4 stamina potions will make sure that we can keep running for a longer period of time, which means more kills an hour. So hopefully this way will work better. So I'm gonna try it this round and see how it does. Alright, there's the second inventory done. I actually like how I have my inventory set up. As you can see, we basically used all of our supplies, and the inventory lasts about an hour, a little over an hour. So we have only about an hour left on this this setup, then we'll be switching to the next setup. So we're going to go ahead and finish this setup, and yeah, then we'll price check everything and then start on the next one. Alright, we just finished our first 3 hours of Giant Mole with the range. This is what we got. We didn't really get any ruin items. I think we got a ruin med, which is like 8 to 10k. So we can add that on if you guys want. I am keeping all the mole skins and mole claws till the very end, and I'm going to trade all of them in and see if we make more money from it or not. So we're at about 1.5 mil. We used about 300k in supplies, so that leaves us with 1.25 mil, which is roughly 405k an hour with the range method. And I am not 99 range, I am 88 range, so about 400k an hour, give or take, which is actually not too bad. So now we're gonna go ahead and try the first melee method with the de-skimmy. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. We're gonna try the first melee method with the de-skimmy and see how it goes. I am going to gear up, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, we're all set up and ready to go. I'm not even going to use the de-boots for this setup, because this is supposed to be the cheapest alternative method you can have. Like, I think our potions are worth more than our armor is. I forgot a spade, so... What? Oh, wrong spot. Spade's over here. So we're going to start with this method and see how it works. I'm going to do the whole 3 hours, and I'm hoping... Last time I also forgot to tell you how many kills we got. We got 73 kills in 3 hours, which averages out to around 24 kills an hour, which is almost 25 kills an hour. It was 2 off from being 25 kills an hour, so it's like 24 and a half or whatever. I'm hoping to average at least 20 kills an hour with this method. I do not know if it's going to work. I'm hoping it will though. So I'll be back either when we get an elite or after our first round. First inventory of the new setup is done. We were there for 58 minutes this time. It's not nearly as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, but it really isn't that good either. Like, what, we got 19 kills in an hour, so we're actually below average from range. And the mole does burrow a lot more with this setup because you are attacking a lot faster. So, yeah, oops. I did not mean to do that. If we had 100. So it wasn't, like, super bad, but it could be better. So I'm going to re-gear, do my next round, and see if maybe it'll get a little bit better. Hopefully it does. Oh, also, you also use a lot of more energy with this method, so I am bringing an extra stamina potion with me. Because I did have to end up walking a little bit too much on the last round. So, yeah. Alright guys, I am on my last kill of the 3 hours with this setup, and I just have to say, this setup is really, really bad. We started at 90 kills at the start of the 3 hours. I think this is going to be my 147th, so we didn't even get 60 kills in 3 hours. So we averaged like 19 kills an hour, which is that's not good. Yeah, And then on top of that, we also spent more with this setup. Not like a whole lot more, but it was at least 150k more in supplies. I I think when we did the range setup, we spent about 350k in supplies for potions and everything like that. This setup, we spent closer to 500k, maybe even closer to 550k. I'm not for sure. I'm going to tally everything up at the end and figure out how much we actually spent. But I'm pretty sure it was like 550k. The range setup was 350k, and then we were also killing the mobs way slower. So I would not recommend doing this setup if you can help it. We'll price check the same three things that we price checked on the last one, are the same things. So we're at 1.1 mil, but we spent 500k almost on the supplies. So that's only gives us like 600k left. So that's 200k an hour. That's half of what spent we made with the other setup. So I would not recommend this setup. I'm going to go ahead and get my Darrock ready, and we're going to start with that setup. Okay, we are in the basic setup that basically everybody uses for giant mole. Now, I didn't tone down my gear at all for this one. I grabbed my enchanted ring, my amulet of fury, all that stuff. You can replace the fury with a glory amulet, the B ring with a warrior's ring, or even a ring of wealth. So you don't have to use this stuff if you can't afford it. I am going to use it because I am going to see what the average amount of money I can make with Darrox. And as I told you guys before, I am not maxed. But so I am roughly the average amount of levels in my combat that the average player has are around it. So the amount that I get an hour, you should be able to either subtract a couple or add a couple depending on where your stats are with this setup. So I'm going to go ahead and start the 3 hours on this one, and I'll be back with the first round, or if I get an elite. I also forgot something. Make sure if you're doing a Darrox, you bring your Dwarven Rock Kick. Alright, we're just about to finish up the first round with these. As you can see, we are doing way better than the other two. And you have to remember that each inventory only takes like 45 minutes. So we have killed 23 giant moles in 45 minutes. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I get an elite or something like usual. And then yeah, we'll tally everything up at the end. Finally, there we go. We finally got an elite clue scroll. I haven't done clue scrolls in a long time, so yeah, let's get started on this one. Alright guys, I just finished the last kill of the 3 hours with Darrox, and as you can see, we've actually done really good. We started at 247 and we ended at 234, so we did 87 kills in 3 hours, which roughly equals 29 kills an hour. Now, I could have got that number up a little higher, I think, but I wasn't paying full attention. I was watching some Dragon Ball Z, relaxing. So, if you're paying attention, you can probably get up with my stats. You can probably get her closer to 32, 33 an hour. But yeah, let's hop out of here and check how much we actually made. We spent about 500k in supplies. That's with damage to the armor. The armor didn't even degrade, which is kind of surprising. Oh wait. So we made 1.1 mil, which equals to what? About 400k. So average about 400k an hour for this setup as well. And now you could probably easily get that up to about 500 to 600k an hour. So since my stats are about the same as my range stats, it looks like my range and melee are closer to about the same level right now. But once you get your, if my attack was higher, that means I would be hitting more with melee. So that would probably make a huge difference. Like I could probably get, if I had 90 attack, I probably could get upwards of 40 kills an hour. But since I don't, my range and my melee are about average for both of them. I think if I did a bigger sample size with range and melee, or RCB and Darox, I think Darox would outwin in a larger sample size. As of right now, though, they're about even. Maybe ranges might be outliving Darox a little bit more, but if it is, it's not by a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab everything I got from Giant Mole in the whole 9 hours, and we're going to see how much money we actually made in the 9 hours. So if you think about it, we spent roughly 1.2 mil, 1.3 mil on supplies altogether. We used 150. Well, wait, no, we probably closer to 1.7 mil. We used 150 prayer pots, about probably about 20 staminas, 20 or 40 stamina, between 20 and 40 staminas. I can't remember the exact number I started off with, and then range pots and super combat potions. So I'm gonna grab everything, and then we'll do the full tally. Alright boys, this is everything we got from the full 9 hours of killing Giant Mole. Yeah, not a whole lot, but we should have came away with about 3.6 mil profit, which, 3 mil. We got about 3 mil profit in 9 hours, so that's a little bit, that's about 350k an hour. So that average from everything we've done. I am also going to trade in all my moles and see how much we will get from doing the full on bird's nest and everything like that. So we got 106, 498, and 106. So we should get a lot more from the bird's nest. So I'm going to start opening these, and then I'll be back when I get everything out of the bird's nest, and then we'll do one final price check, and then we'll go sell it. Alright, so this is everything after I open all this stuff and all that. The rings are not in here. There's about 100 of them. Let's average 800 GP each. So we'll add an extra 80k onto this, I guess. Actually, let's only do like 50k. So before everything was subtracted, we were at 4.6 mil on the last price check. This time we are at, holy crap. I did not expect that much of a jump. So, after everything's said and done, we made about 4.4 mil profit in 9 hours, which averages us up to about 490k an hour, which is amazing. So, yeah, we averaged about 490k an hour for the 9 hours. And that's having one shitty method in it. If we did not have that bad method in it, we would probably be at about 520, 530k an hour. So it's not like a huge difference. But yeah, so let's hop to the GE and let's go ahead and start selling all this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fast forward through this, but I'm going to try. Alright, I forgot to record myself selling everything. But yeah, so this is our total profit. Subtract about 1.6 mil from that for supplies, and yeah, we're about 4.5 mil. So we actually made a pretty good I'm just going to keep those. As you can see, there is certain things I did keep, and I guess I'll just keep those as well. I kept a lot of the lower level seeds because I could use those for farming. But yeah, that's the video. Um, we killed giant mole with 3 different perspectives. We use range, we use a dragon skimmy, and we use full Darok. Range and full Darok were about average for my stats. If I had higher attack, full Darok would outwin range any day of the week. Uh, the dragon skimmy was shit. I would not recommend anyone to use a dragon skimmy. If you are going to use a dragon skimmy, make sure you have a lot of stamina potions. Because let's say you have to because you have like 60 range, then that would be the only reason why I would see someone using full Darok. I mean, not full Darok, the Dragon Scimitar to kill Giant Mole is if your range is just super horrible. Even if you have like 70 or 75 range will probably still outperform a Dragon Scimitar on him. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one.